Sziasztok, Joci vagyok, üdvözöllek a YouTube csatornámon. Az Open Roads-szal fogunk játszani, ami egy storytelling, séta szimulátor játék. Nagyon szép történettel, nagyon jó mondani valókkal, egy igazán jó kis elgondolkodtató, rövid történetet fogunk végigjátszani, amikor a nagymama halála után anya és lánya rájön bizonyos dolgokra, amiket az idősebbek nem mondtak el, kiderítenek egy nagyon érdekes kis családi történetet. Ez egy nagyon jó és nagyon kedves kis játék, nagyon sok érzelemmel töltve. Kezdjünk is bele, srácok! Ha tetszenek a videóim, kérlek iratkozzatok fel a csatornámra, ide a YouTube-ra, vagy Twitch-en, Joci a Gamer néven megtaláltok. Érzelmi hullámvasút lesz. Vágjunk is bele. Mom Grandma Helen 80. szülinapján. Tehát ő a nagyi, az anyukánk, és hát ugye mi vagyunk ott a főszereplők. Anya azt akar, hogy pakoljam össze a szobámat, hogy felkészüljek a jövő heti költözésre. Ez eltartott egy darabig, de már elég közel vagyok, már csak néhány dolog van hátra, hogy kihúzhassam a teendőim listájáról. Jaj, szuper. Na, mi volt ez a drop? Itt mi van? Ó, egy barátságkarkötő. Tess és Fran. Ez mi? Vedd fel a születésnapi kártyát. Happy birthday, Tessa. It's always so much fun to have you visit. Nem tudom elolvasni rendben. Ja, hogy így van, hülye. August néni, szuper. Tehát valami vállalkozásunk is van. És akkor a harmadik fiókban mi lesz? Az üres, jó. Jó, a posztert nyilvánvalóan eltesszük. Mit kellene ezen bámulni? Hát ez már elég réginek tűnik.
Nevada. Home to all manner of folksy cryptids and cool dads.
Jó, nincs ráírva semmi. Ó. Heti furcsa hírek. Amerika egyetlen újságja. Ó. Idegenek vannak itt, és az ön kedvenc receptjeit akarják. Hozzámentem a nagylábúhoz. Hát ezek nagyon... Az eltemetett vadászat. Helyi mítosz, hogy rejtőzködő vagyon. Az amerikai szesztilalom célja az volt, hogy az emberek országszerte ne fogyasszanak alkoholt a kocsmákban és az otthonaikban, azonban elért az illegális alkoholimport virágzó iparának létrehozása volt, különösen Kanadából. Ennek az úgynevezett szeszcsempésznek az éjszaka közepén történt, hordószámra szállították át a határon az alkoholt. Aha, a szeszcsempészek azon a pénz nagy részét eltemették az államokban, hogy biztonságban tartsák, míg a parton nem lesz szabad hozzájutniuk. Az illegális kincsek egy része bizonyára ott maradt. Apám és én sok nyári vakációt töltöttünk azzal, hogy felkutattuk a lehetséges helyeket, ahol a szeszcsempészek hátrahagyott aranyát. Aha, szóval, hogy ő az apukájával keresgélte a szeszcsempészek dolgait. Aha, és akkor ez a két pont maradt nekik hátra. Jó. Szerintem ő az apja. Aha. Én és apa. Laser tag bajnok. Oké. Haha. Mindnyájan zögtünk szerintem ilyen buborék. Hát ez a poszter, ez biztos, hogy akkor kell. Nyisd ki a szemetest. Ez mi? Dr. Med, személyes cikkek, 3 demencia tipp egy 10 éves unokától. Demencia. Aha. Hogy a nagymamája demenci. Aha. Aha. Szóval a nagymamája demens volt. Vagy lett. Aj, szegénykém. Az kemény ügy lehet. Egy gazdag és elmélyülős megpróbálj új diák. Jaj, ez egy jó játék lesz, én már érzem. Szeretem nagyon az ilyen játékokat, ez nagyon nekem való. Ó, egy régi videó. Vagyis nem is, ez DVD lejátszó. Mi van itt? Csomagold össze a... Hát nem a konnektort, ez egy... Na mindegy.
Guess I'll have to pack this after my next shift.
Ó, milyen régi Apple gép. Az iskola újság, felkészülés a hazatérésre. Menjetek, szurkoljatok a kosárlabda sztárjainknak. Soha ne felejtsd el a 9-11-es évfordulót. Aha. Most azt nem tudom, hogy... Várjatok, mikor járunk most? Ez mikori naptár? Jó van. Jó, a naptárat összecsomagoltuk, mi lehet itt még? Nem, ez nem kell, mert... Hát jó. Ezeket nem csomag... Mi? Oké, a növényel nem tudunk mit csinálni. Jó. Get movies from work. Hát jó, de hát ez most... Ó, az évkönyv. Kik vannak benne? Én biztos sok mindent megtudunk. Bocs. Aha, 2003-as évfolyam. De jó pofák ezek az évkönyvek. Jó. Jó, ez össze van akkor itt pakolva. Most ezt miért nem is veszi fel? Jó, ezek mi vagyunk, igen. Jó, ezeket már átnéz. Elnézést a késésért, tesz a bear, a dolgok elszállnak tőlem, itt mindig te jársz a fejemben, havorosan hívlak, alig várom, apa. Hát jó, de most simán lemehetünk, akkor szerintem itt nem maradt más több dolgunk.
Yeah?
Come down to the basement. There's something I want to show you.
The basement? What is it?
Oh, it's nothing really. Remember, this?
Jaj, de cuki.
I love it! Where did this masterpiece come from?
Your Aunt August made it. When she was a kid. It's Lady, the dog we had when we were growing up.
And Aunt August isn't a rich and famous artist now?
Well, she is one of those things. Not a famous artist, though.
We've still got a little while before we actually move out, right? Like a week?
Yeah, about.
The estate sale was weird. Having all those people in the house, peeking through Grandma's stuff. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, me too.
Are you okay? Mom.
I just. We took care of your grandmother right up to the end, and.
And now they're selling the house out from under us. I know.
Want to just. Take a minute and look around and see what's left? I haven't really gone through everything since the sale ended.
Yeah, me neither. That sounds really nice. Just looking through what's still here. Aside from this hell picture.
Nem érez
Amazing
aranyos.
that no one bought it, right?
Just shocking.
So you're all packed up, right? Good to go?
Oh my god.
Just remember that it needs to be done by Wednesday so we can get everything out of here on time.
I know.
Helen nagyi legtöbb holmiát eladták a hagyatéki kiárusításon. Eddig nem igazán volt alkalmam körülnézni, mi maradhatott meg. Nem rossz ez a kép, ez aranyos. Hát most ezzel mit kéne kezdeni? Ugye, mi van itt? Semmi. Itt egy könyv. Maximák, axiómák és még sok más a középnyugat bölcsétől. Kedves Miller szellemiségével, bölcsességével és kimondhatatlan tapintával több mint 15 éve bővül ez az olva. Aha, jó. Oké. Hát a porraloltó nem hiszem, hogy kell nekünk ebben a játékban. Mi van itt még? Dobozok, festékek, vízmelegítő. Hát srácok, ezt azért a 43 éves Orange Street Greenville az Alex akkor a második filmveteránya volt. Leo Lambrosról, felesége Helen Rambos, hogy lánya, opá, ja, nagypapa. Aha, egy cikk a nagypapa haláláról. itt valami? Mi ez? Ez tolltartó. Oké. Ja, és ő volt a nagypapa. Aha. Ó, osztályvezető volt.
Grandpa Leo was
An inspector for the county.
what's that mean?
He inspected things for the county.
Oh, great, Mom. Thanks.
Commercial buildings, mostly. When we were driving around town, he'd point out the ones he'd inspected. I remember he was very proud of inspecting the department store. You know, the big one on Old Main Street. Every foot of electrical, fire sprinklers, alarm system, everything. He'd say he was the only thing keeping half the buildings in town from burning down. Electrical fires are no joke.
Akkor ide tudjuk hívni Mutert, hogy nem. Szerintem nincs nagyon itt már semmi. Ezen a könyvön kívül. Ja, de ide
Grandma's
is.
advice column was popular, wasn't it?
For a little while, yeah.
I felt really lucky that I got to ask her for advice face to face. I remember when we went to that one book signing when I was a little kid.
You remember that?
Yeah, I mean, people in the audience seemed so excited and nervous to get to ask her their questions right there in person. Sometimes when I'd ask Grandma for advice, she'd start off with, "Don't tell Millie," but I think she saved her special advice for me.
Well, she could have given some advice to herself and realized that taking out 3 mortgages on her house wasn't such a good idea.
Rendben. Tehát igazából elmondhatjuk, hogy elég értelmiségiek voltak a nagyszülők. Hát srácok, itt nincs több dolog. Úgy vélem. Itt egy cicó. Na, csukjuk csak be a hűtő ajtaját. Jó, itt nem tudunk szétnézni. Micsoda retro kávéfőző. Javatech. Ezt nem tudjuk megnézni. Ja, ez volt a kamra. Aha.
Oh, hey. It's August. Ugh, exhausted. The state sale was a lot. But that's easy for you to say. Yeah, I remember. And the answer is still...
Szóval az a lényeg, hogy
I...
elhunyt a nagymama, aki demens volt, szegénykém.
The what? Oh, right.
Nekik meg költözni kell, mert 3 jelzálog hitel volt a házon, és eladták a fejük fölött.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere. No, it's fine. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Mit ezek a kemény történetek?
What did she say?
Nothing helpful.
Is she still not gonna help us with the house?
No. She was just calling to ask me to find some book of hers.
Any idea where it could be?
It must be upstairs somewhere, in your grandma's things. It has a red and black cover, white block lettering. I'll know it when I see it.
Okay, let's go.
A nagyik a szobája hol lehet? Hát gondolom ez volt. Aha, itt van. Jaj. Ja nem.
I am the very model of a modern major general. La 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 da 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 mineral.
Ja. Oké, ezek üres fiókok. Tedd vissza. Jó, ez is üres. Ez is. Akkor minden üres? Tudja, hogy az utcsóban lesz valami. Nem. Hát nem. Ez mi? Compost.
Oh, it's a hook pole thing to pull down the hatch to the attic.
Ja.
Could
Aha.
August's book be up in the attic? With Grandma's things?
Could be.
Alright. We can go up there, but... You go first.
Jó, itt egy piló. Ez most mindegy. És akkor itt... Ebben a szobában más nincs. Azért megnézem a többit is. Jaj.
I remember hiding in here with a flashlight to read my books when I was a little kid and we were visiting Grandma.
And a box of crayons, apparently.
We'd come to visit and I'd hunker down in here for hours. Some kind of game in my head, I guess. I'd be hiding in here, and I'd hear Grandma out there in her room, typing away or just reading in bed. I know she knew I was in there, but she'd always pretend not to know. And I'd pretend she had no idea I was hiding. I don't know why. I just liked the feeling of knowing she was out there.
I have only slipped away into the next room. Somewhere very near. Just around the corner.
The poem you read at Grandma's funeral.
Jaj, már most tetszik ez a játék. Nagyon. Ó, szegény. Hát... Aha. Így kellett fürdetni szegényt. Ez meg a mi szobánk volt, ugye?
Okay, come on up!
Damn, it's dusty. Now, where's that book?
Felicity! Az új ez ilyen női magazin. Női magazinok. Aha. Hát borzongató baba. Ez minek a, mi
Okay,
a
well, this is
története?
just creepy stuff. Why are these up here?
You'd rather they were downstairs?
Good point. Grandpa Leo was a bowler? He and Dad have that in common.
What do you mean?
Dad loves bowling,
No, he doesn't.
but he's always wearing those bowling shirts. Didn't he used to be in a league or something?
Honey, he just thinks those shirts make him look hip.
Bowling shirts? He's right, they are hip. Hip and cool, like a guy in a ska band would wear or something.
Ska?
It's, it's this music that cool kids at school like. It has, like, trumpets and stuff in it. And the guys wear fedoras and sunglasses and dress shoes and stuff. And I think, like, bowling shirts. Like Dad. Ska is cool like Dad.
I see. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Whoa. Grandma's wedding dress?
I wore it on my wedding day, too. And you can wear it when you get married.
I'm not getting married.
You don't know that.
Did you know you were going to get married when you were my age?
Sure. Or I always thought I would.
Well, I know too. And I know I'm not. What's the point of getting married? If you're with someone, I mean, if you're in love, putting a label on it is just pointless. Like, who cares?
Generally speaking, the two people getting married care. And their families.
Yeah, but like, one day you're not married, and then you spend all this money on some big ceremony, and then the next day you are married, but you're still the same people.
It just says to the world that you're committed to each other.
Why agree to hang out with the same person forever when you have no way of anticipating what's next?
That's how you feel now, but you might change your mind when the time comes.
You know, also, if you don't get married, you can't get divorced. So, that's a plus.
Are you saying you wish your father and I had never gotten married? You know you wouldn't be here right now if we hadn't.
Oh, don't even get me started on having kids. And anyway, you can have kids without getting married.
So you're not getting married. You're not having kids. You've got your whole life figured out at age 16. You don't want the dress. I get it.
Ez a csaj nagyjából velem egyidős. Én is 2003-ban voltam 16.
But it's a nice dress.
Jaj, szép gimis idők.
It meant a lot to Grandma. And to you. Isn't that enough? What's under here?
Here, let me grab that. I'll put it up here to look through. Yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff in here. But,
Mom?
hold on, it might still be here somewhere.
There's something...
Here it is. Maybe if your dad had read this, he wouldn't have stopped working at the video store.
Mom! What's in there?
Na és akkor most mi van? Haha.
This is just some junk from the old summer house.
Your family had a summer house?
Well, it was more of a cottage, I guess. We spent the summers up there for a long time.
And you've never taken me to visit?
Well, I haven't been there since I was your age. We just stopped going one summer. The summer after my dad died. I think there were just too many memories there.
Oh my god.
What?
Aren't you seeing it?
Seeing what?
Right here! Behind them? That's a freshly covered hole.
Uh-huh.
It's obviously the location of the buried bootlegger gold.
In our backyard, you mean?
Indubitably.
Lady probably buried a bone there.
Dogs don't really do that. Only cartoon dogs do that.
Only cartoon dogs bury bones, but real-life bootleggers bury gold in people's backyards? In 1968?
It was a different time, Mother.
Sure.
Cool van.
I did love that van.
De miért rejtette ide
The
a
engine died
nagymama?
for good while we were visiting the summer home. So I just turned it into my bedroom after that.
You slept in a broken down van?
Well, the summer house was small, and I always had to share a bedroom with August. When I realized I could have my own space just by sleeping out in the van, it was a no-brainer.
Did you, like, redo it to be like a bedroom inside?
Yeah. Your grandfather pulled the seats out for me, and I set up a little bed frame with a mattress and all sorts of posters and pillows and shelves and things like that.
Wow, that's actually cool. Could I do that? With our car?
No!
A Greenville-i rendőrség őrizetbe vétele. Újabb betörés történt tegnap este, amit az állami rendőrség egy egységes szervezett csoport által elkövetett bűncselekmény sorozataként vizsgál. Ismét nem volt nyoma erőszakos behatolásnak, és szinte az összes értékes ékszert elvitték, több mint $100,000 értékű árut. A helyi cserkészlányok kirándulnak a Ja, itt van. Kedves Mili, nemrég egy közeli személyes barátnőm bizalmasan elmondta nekem, hogy viszonya van a férjével. Mindkettőjüket nagyon szeretem, és nem vagyok biztos benne, hogy jobb, ha a férj tudja meg, vagy a feleségben kétséges dul. Aha.
Whoa. There was a crime spree?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, department stores and fancy clothing shops. Places kept getting robbed. The police couldn't figure out how the crooks were pulling it off. It went on for, well, I mean, it felt like months.
So what happened? Did they get caught?
Now that, I don't remember.
Oh.
Grandma's sunglasses? Vintage. Can I keep them?
You think they're your style?
Yeah.
Sure. Just be careful with them.
I'll guard them with my life.
Nemrégében az egyik lányom hatalmas sokkot okozott nekem. Férjhez ment. Úgy tűnik a főiskolai udvarlójával a tudtam nélkül kötötték össze az életüket. Azt állítja, hogy azért akartak kihagyni az esküvőt, hogy spóroljanak egy házra, de engem nagyon bánt a kizárásom. Tudja, hogy már régóta álmodtam egy esküvőről, hogyan győzhetném meg őt arról, hogy egy titokban alapított házasság sosem lesz tartós.
Did Grandma write these?
During the last summer, we visited the cottage.
Was she okay?
Looks like her editor didn't think she was. It was only a year after my father died. I think Millie was still figuring things out, too.
It must have been hard.
I'm sure it was. They had been married 20 years?
I meant for you.
Oh, right. I mostly just tried not to think about it.
That doesn't seem very healthy.
It got me through.
Haha, volt Nixon.
Weird little rocks.
Ah, these little stones were from the stream near the summer house.
You painted them?
Me in August. The rocks from the stream were so smooth, but I forget why we painted them.
You were really that bored, huh?
There weren't many TV channels back then.
Tragic. Well, whoever this guy was, it sure seems like he and Grandma had something pretty intense going on. Was Grandma Helen cheating on Grandpa?
No! Not the Helen I knew.
Intrigue. Grandma, what were you up to? Grandma's diary? Should we?
Oh, I don't think we should really...
Oh, Grandma wouldn't have cared. I'm dead. What difference does it make to me? I can hear her saying it now.
Ez pont nincs lefordítva. Hopp, hopp.
What is this? So, Grandma and this guy were definitely together before Grandpa died? And they were gonna run away together? You never heard about this?
No, this is...
And what is this key to? Why is it hidden in here?
Na, mamika titkai?
Something at the summer home, I assume.
Okay, well, now we've gotta go check the old place out. To find out who this mystery man was. Don't you want to know?
I don't know, Tess. We still have so much to do around here.
Come on. It'll be fun. An adventure.
I still need to call Tina at the theater and finish cleaning out the fridge.
Come on. We never get to do stuff together. You spend all your time at the theater, and I spend all my time in school. When was the last time we were able to do something? To talk?
Oké, ezért kelünk akkor útra.
You do want to know, don't you? I can see it, Mom. I can see it in your face.
God. You know, a little change of scenery would be nice.
Ha, that's the spirit.
We could spare a weekend before we have to move for a little road trip, right? To tie up some loose ends.
Right.
And some of those little towns along the way are great for antiquing.
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's a deal. Let's hit the road and see what we find. I could really use a break from all this, even if it's just for a weekend. Pack your overnight bag.
Yes!
And bring your homework. I don't need you falling behind at school.
What about August's book?
We can FedEx it to her when we get back.
Okay. A road trip! This is gonna be great.
Úton vagyunk a titkos nyaralóba, hogy kiderítsük, mi a helyzet Helen nagyi titokzatos fiújával. Ki tudja, mit találunk, bár még eltart egy darabig, mire odaérünk. Quick and stop. Hát ez csak egy blokk. Ó, itt a szemüveg. Ja, aha, jó, ez a... Már mi az? Nem jut eszembe, de az. Szemüveg? Nem lehet? Rádió.
Is it okay if I turn on the radio?
I don't know how much signal we'll get, but yeah, sure.
When did you say the last time you were at this summer house was?
Oh, when I was, I guess, 15. Your age?
I'm 16.
I meant about your age.
So, a long time ago. Wow. No one's been there since, like, the 19th century.
Ha ha.
What was the Industrial Revolution like?
Tess, I wouldn't know.
Did you ever meet Galileo?
Jesus, how old do you think I am?
I mean, I'm just estimating. It's a rough estimate. It's a rough estimate.
I'll say. It was the 60s, I think. Summer of
68
68.
nyara.
1968.
So, like, 35 years ago?
And you say you're bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house?
And the Dark Ages, but yeah, the summer house.
I just always really liked it there. It was an escape.
From what?
Everything, I guess. School, town, same old. Every day just felt like it was hours when we were there.
So why did you stop going?
Oh, yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went off to college and then married your father.
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
No, Dad's a hard worker.
Okay.
He'd work late at the video store all the time. He'd be there with the closing shift.
Watching movies on the store monitors.
You've got to have something on for the customers. Closing is a pain in the butt. And he'd manage the schedules and store finances. He even made the window displays.
Fine, those were pretty cool. No. I mean, I guess there is a real reason I never told your father about the old summer place. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades, out there in the middle of nowhere, it's gotta be falling apart.
It could still be in good shape. Maybe somebody's been, you know, keeping it up.
You hope squatters have been living in it?
No, like, you know, like shoe elves. I mean, it'd be nice if it were magically still in good shape, considering we need a new place to live.
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, it's... You couldn't live there, and not year-round.
Why not?
Well, it doesn't have central heat, or even really insulation. It's a summer home, not a winter home.
Fine. Then where are we going to live?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car, aren't we?
No.
Just like when you lived in that van.
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company, you know...
I thought you said it was underwater.
Well, you know, it's not doing great, but...
Mom.
What?
We need money.
Believe me, Tess, I know.
If Dad was still here,
Excuse me?
he could help. Pay for things.
If your father and I were still together, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money? To help?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west. For work. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. It's just work. Sure.
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then? I think I deserve to know.
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your father left me in a hell of a situation. We made all these decisions together. Do you not understand that? We made decisions that depended on us both, you know, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yes? Yes, I am.
To who?
It's to whom, Mother? It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the story, huh?
No comment.
It's all right. Having a common enemy can help bring people together.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's not supposed to.
Na srácok, az Complete the First Car Journey ilyen achievementet kaptunk. És így az első rész végigjátszásából még van fél óra. Ja, ez a házikó, aha.
I just didn't think it would still be here.
Mom, well, it is. And it looks to be surprisingly well preserved.
Well, it's not just like I remember it.
Ott a lakókocsi.
Falling apart?
Weathered than the last time I was here. But I guess I am too.
Want to start looking around?
Yeah.
Na, Kezdjük a keresést. Itt egy madárijesztő. Jó, itt majd tudunk mutárral dumálgatni.
Did you do these with Grandma?
No, August did. I never had a green thumb. She loved helping my mother in the garden.
Really?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. Can you picture August getting her hands dirty out in the garden now?
I guess not. But if my mother was ever out in the garden, she was out there with her, helping the best she could. I remember one year, maybe when she was 6, she started crying so hard when it came time to pick the berries and vegetables. But the plants worked so hard growing them. You can't just take them.
Aw. Well, now I feel bad for the plants.
She was a sensitive kid.
So am I. So what happened?
Hmm?
To August. She doesn't seem so sensitive now.
Oh. Life happened, I guess.
Hmm. Jó, a fánál nincsen semmi. Nem véste bele senki a monogramját. Hátsó bejárat. Itt egy kutyahol. Kutya nélkül. Hát ez itt tényleg esik szét. Okay.
It's your cool van. And it's locked.
Gotta keep all the cool stuff in there secure.
Please tell me the keys are somewhere. I need to see what a lava lamp looks like after it just sits there mutating for 30 years.
They might have been... I can't remember.
Don't do this to me, Mother. I have to see how much tie-dye is in there. Please.
Oh, August was always trying to steal my keys so she could get in there and mess with my stuff. They're probably in her room.
Oh, the little criminal! All right, I'm on the case. The cool stuff is so close, I can taste it. Is this a trailer home?
It's a mobile home.
What did I just say?
They're not the same thing. A trailer home hooks up to the back of a truck and can be towed around. You can take it from place to place. A mobile home arrives on a trailer, like towed by a big truck.
Go on.
A mobile home doesn't have wheels.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I will admit it took me a moment to untangle the nuances.
Csoda, hogy nem költöztek be ide ilyen homelessek, nem? Garden play. Jó, Columbia. Opál, annyira jól érzem magam, ez egy teljes robbanás itt kint, tényleg el kell jönnöd. Tudom, hogy minden évben kimész a kis nyaralodba a családoddal, de szerintem jövőre tényleg fontolóra kellene venned, hogy velem dolgozz a parkban. A mikorosztályunkból, mindenki a mikorosztályunkból van. Ja, hogy az, aha, jó. Igen. Lori.
Mom, you know what it sounds like. You had a Francine.
I guess I did.
I've never heard of Lori before. Are you still in touch with her?
It was short for Dolores. Maybe you've heard me talk about my old friend Dolores?
No, I don't think so.
We haven't spoken in years. One of those friends you have in high school and then college happens and, you know.
That's never gonna happen with me and Francine. We'll still be friends when I'm as old as you. A very long time from now. Like, so long from now.
Wait, you're not implying I'm old?
No, of course not. But God, it's gonna be a long time from now.
Mi az a fallout, és hogy lehet biztonságban? A fallout nem más, mint egy nukleáris vagy termonukleáris robbanások által rádióaktívá tett anyagrészecskék a levegőben, amikor egy atom... Ez egy easter egg volt? Egyébként? August apja egy különleges nyakkendőt hagyott rá. Piros nyakkendő volt, és különleges képességekkel rendelkezett. Amikor August felvette a különleges nyakkendőt, találkozott barátjával, Nightshade-del. Nightshade az árnyékban élt, és mindig ott volt, hogy segítsen. Ő volt August barátja, aki sosem ment el.
Nightshade?
It was because he could only come out at night. Or stay in the shade, as I remember it.
Okay, well that's spooky as hell.
August was just a kid. She needed someone to talk to.
Did it have to be a freaky imaginary friend who lurked in the shadows? I mean, what about you or Grandma Helen?
Well, I was a teenager. I don't think I was the most, I don't know, compassionate at that age. I had my own problems.
If I had a little sister and Dad died, I'd be there for her to talk to.
It's different. You don't know what having a little sister is like.
Are you trying to say you were justified in not helping your little sister when she was grieving after her father died?
I helped. I did. I mean, we were all there for each other, but... I could have used more help too. I don't think I had anything left to give. So August made a new friend for herself. One who would always listen.
Okay.
Oh, look at this big pink guy.
Kurt won that from me. At the fair.
Oh.
Kurt?
We met at the drive-in diner.
You had a summer fling? Was he cute?
I thought he was very handsome. And he rode a motorcycle.
Oh my God, a bad boy?
Honestly, I fell for him pretty hard that summer. It was pretty,
Cool. On his motorcycle?
He was very romantic.
Oh, no.
No, not like that. Well, a little like that.
Ah, no. So, what happened? Did you break up with him, or...?
I don't remember. It was just a summer thing. It doesn't really matter.
Wow. Did I hit a nerve?
Hey, maybe we should keep looking around for more relevant things.
Ó. Egy kiváló soci. Hát ez nem az a játék, ahol...
Sheesh, what happened here?
Looks like the wall gave way. Water damage, I guess.
What is this thing?
It's the water heater.
Oh, that's why you said water damage. I get it, I'm following along. Well, it's not going anywhere now. Can we climb over it?
No! God, look at all that rusty metal.
I'm up on my tetanus shots, aren't I?
We're not risking it.
Well, what's that thingy back there?
It's a maintenance hatch for getting down into the crawl space under the house.
Is there any other way into the crawl space?
I think there's a way to get in from around the back. Why are you acting so excited?
Well, if we could get into the crawl space, we could climb back up out of that hatch and get over to that side of the mobile home to find more stuff.
I'm not sure why you're using the plural here.
And also, I really want to see if there's any cool, creepy stuff under there. Like a skeleton.
Listen, you can give it a peek if you want, but there is no way I'm crawling under there with you. You're on your own.
Hey, no problem. More cool, creepy stuff for me.
Na még itt a konyhát azért.
These have seen better days.
Yeah, it's a shame they've gotten so moth-eaten.
Yeah, this taxidermy must have been beautiful when it was new. Did Grandpa shoot these?
Mm-hmm. Well, the pheasant. I shot the deer.
Mom! That's kind of awesome. You were my age when you shot it?
Younger. Our father took us hunting during the summers when we'd stay out here. Well, mostly just me. I always did all right with hunting. I could kind of, what's the word? Compartmentalize it. I don't think August could, though. I only saw her fire a gun once. A little .22 hunting rifle. She didn't want to, but my dad wouldn't let her give up. He said we weren't heading back until August took her shot. So she aimed and fired and missed. The deer ran off, and August cried all the way home. That was August's first and last hunting trip. Our father didn't have much patience for that kind of, he had a real thing for, you know, not letting your emotions get in the way.
Maybe it's good to let your emotions get in the way sometimes. Maybe they're trying to tell you something.
Oké, ezeket átnéztük. Jöhet a konyha. Jó. Kedvesem, tudatom, hogy menekülök valami elől, de még sosem éreztem magam ilyen szabadnak. Most léptem át a határt, és egy motelszobában lévő íróasztalról írok neked, amely egy kis mellékút mellett van eldugva messze a főútvonaltól. Még sokat kell vezetnem, mert találok egy kis helyet, ahol letelepedhetünk, de nem sokára meg lesz a válaszcímem, ahová visszaírhatsz. Aha.
Well, would you look at this? A postcard from the mystery man.
What was he running from?
His conscience?
I don't know if you can outrun your conscience by going to Canada.
You can if, I'm trying to think of a Canada joke. It's not working.
That's okay. I'll give you an A for effort.
Bested.
No, én szerintem végeztünk a házzal, úgy helyjel közzel. Hát itt majd biztosan majd valahogy átjutunk. És akkor most megkeressük azt a helyet, ahol be tudunk oda kúszni.
So, this is how we get into the crawl space?
You keep saying we.
So, this is how intrepid people with an innate sense of curiosity get into the crawl space?
Among other personality traits, yes.
Fine then. I'll go it alone. You're probably too frail to get in here anyway. Those creaky knees of yours.
Wow. Okay, into the filthy crawl space you go.
See you on the other side.
Hogy került ide egy szekrény? Ott a csontváz, amire vágyott a csaj.
Ooh, this is good. Mom's gotta see this.
Tehát ő, ez az udvarló akkor került elő, amikortól a... Hello, Tony, hello! Pont a vége fele értél ide. Igen, nekem is nagyon tetszik ez a játék. Szeretem az ilyen story-driven cuccokat.
Cool.
Nem kell mindig lövöldözni, tudjátok. Na. Ja, igen, és akkor most meg kéne találnunk a feljáratot, ami itt
Mom,
van.
I found a way in. Hang on, I'll open the back door. Hey, Mom, I found something. Look, look.
Another letter.
He wanted to live with Grandma on a boat. Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like, well, it looks like a boat.
A houseboat.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near trees? Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with trees. That narrows it down. Go mechanics! Oh man, I forgot that August had this. I let her keep it when I moved into the van.
But August didn't even go to Fort State.
She almost did. We were both so excited to, growing up. Don't you remember Grandma talking about how much she loved it?
I remember her talking about how sexist it was.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist back then. But we're a Ford State family. You'll be a triple legacy.
I'm not gonna be a triple legacy. I don't even know if I want to go to college.
What do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
I can make my own choices.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard on my design business. And August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's not a discussion.
Fine. Well, howdy there. What's your name, buddy? know if I agree with this advice. This doesn't sound very Millie to me.
Millie was just a character, honey.
I know, but didn't she usually give advice Grandma would have given? How could you tell a little kid that getting picked on was their own fault?
I don't know if that's what she meant.
It's right here. She's like, if people are mean to you, you should change. What, the bullies are right? She never told me that kind of thing when girls were being mean to me at school. She just told me to be myself.
I guess... Well, maybe if Mother could have gone back and given August the advice she gave you instead, she would have.
I hope so. I'd recognize that penmanship anywhere.
This piece was clearly done by an accomplished artist.
A cartographic prodigy? Do you think there'd be anything there to dig up that was left behind? It'd be like a time capsule.
Maybe she was gonna come back for it later. It was her first investment.
She got started early. I don't know. Let's just go see what it is. Oh, how fun! Wait, did they not get to use these?
Aha, itt a kulcs.
Aha! This must be the key to the van! No video games back then, I guess. Poor, deprived kids.
Ó,
Poor
szegény.
kid. Did she get made fun of a lot? At school and stuff?
I think she got picked on when she was little, but she toughened up. I guess right around this age, when we came back from our last summer trip.
What changed?
I don't know.
What's in here?
That was my mom and dad's room. Well, just my mom's room last we were here.
Well, dang it, that door's stuck.
I think... Look, we could twist the latch open if... I think I could get this open with a flathead screwdriver.
Awesome. Where's one of those?
Oh, I had a little toolkit in the glove box of
Akkor
my
te ezt
van.
nem most
Nice.
fogjuk kinyitni. Okay.
Do you remember... Well, did it seem like Grandma wanted to...
Leave my father? I mean... I guess when I was around your age, I started wondering why they were together in the first place. They didn't seem to...
make sense together?
Yeah.
Huh. I remember when I started wondering that about you and Dad. Why you were together. You're both so different. Did you used to have more in common?
Well... When you're together at first, everything about each other is new. It can cover up a lot of things. But when you get used to each other, that's when it can be hard. But sometimes, you know, by that point, it's too late.
Too late. Because you have a kid?
Well, that can be one factor.
So you think you and Dad would have split up a lot sooner if I wasn't around? Well, I'm sorry I held everything up, okay? Maybe you would have been happier if you hadn't been stuck with Dad for so long.
Honey, that's not how it is. It's not as simple as that, and it's not because of you. There's a lot more to it. We'll talk about it someday.
When's someday?
Not today.
Then when?
Not today.
Not today. Na, először is itt van egy valamilyen kincses térkép, itt a kutyaház mellett, azt mondták. Van valami inventoring? X-el jelöli a helyet a kutyaház mellett. Itt van X.
It's out there. Somewhere. That buried bootlegger gold.
Uh-huh. Bigfoot, too, I hear.
Do you think he found the gold already?
What makes you so sure Bigfoot's a he?
Oh, I love it. Equal opportunity cryptids. Very forward thinking.
It's 2003, Tess. Anyone can be a Bigfoot.
You ready to unearth this mystery?
You are really getting into the mess on this trip. Crawling through old crawl spaces, digging in the dirt.
It's for the sake of the adventure, Mom.
Don't let me stop you.
Ohó! Ja, aha, itt van a... Ó, ide ásta el a... Á. Okay.
So this is where August buried her feelings.
Mom! Come on, it's sad. What?
I don't know. Maybe we should keep it. Maybe August would want it.
I think so too.
We can just put it in the car.
Welcome back, Nightshade.
Oké, és mehetünk is a kocsihoz, de azt már csak a következő streamben fogjuk megnézni, srácok.
Oh, it's everything I'd imagined. It's got an ugly lamp, an acoustic guitar, a concerning scent of mold?
I mean, what do you expect? It's been under this carport for 30 years.
Hát mondjuk tényleg.
I'm not coming inside.
Okay, I'll just look around and get out. It is kind of gross in here.
You're just looking for the screwdriver.
Ja igen, és a
right?
csavarhúzót
Right.
keressük.
Don't get too nosy, all right?
All right. But look at all this stuff.
Csű, egy régi record player. Oké, itt is van egy gityó. Lemezek, nem tudunk sajnos.
Wow, Mom was even into theater back then. Huh. fair.
Aha, ő írta. Ja. És ugye a csavarhúzót kéne megtalálni. Ja, ez szőnyeg, ez nem is vinni. Na jó, de itt nincs.
Ah, alas. Not so groovy anymore.
Hol kéne lennie a csavarhúzónak? Ott van, ez az. És ott van egy levél is.
Holy...
Babe, ez a nyár eléggé kint volt, de most el kell mennem. Nem bírok ki még egy havas telet. Biciklire ülök, Kaliforniára tartok. Keres, ha arra jársz, Kurt. Na, tékeld már el. Jó. És itt a csavarhúzó. Na, más nem igazán látok itt.
How was the stuff? Cool as you'd hoped?
Well, I found, this. You guys didn't just drift apart at the end of the summer, did you?
No. I
Ó,
came to work at the diner one night, and they said someone had left a note for me. And it was this stupid thing.
That sucks, Mom.
I just felt like such an idiot. I'd put all my energy into plans, planning how we'd be able to stay together, planning how our life was going to be,
ó,
planning
szegény.
how he'd be the answer for how I was going to be okay. And then one day, this. I don't know if I've ever cried as much as I did for the week after I got this.
He seems like maybe he just wanted something different than you.
Well, he could have told me that. Instead, he just played along, told me what I wanted to hear. Until one day it was just goodbye. Not even face to face, just this selfish...
Hát ebben igaza van.
He was gone. There was a lesson I should have learned that summer. You can't rely on other people.
What?
If you put your trust in other people, if you expect them to be there for you, one day they won't be.
So what? You shouldn't have friends or relationships?
Well, no, I just mean you can care about other people, but you have to be ready for them to go away and be okay on your own when they do.
Are you... You're making it sound like... Are you saying Dad left you? I thought you said you both agreed to get divorced.
Well, either way, he's not here, is he?
Mom, what happened? With you and Dad splitting up? He always makes it sound like you wanted him to leave, but...
He does?
I mean,
If he's telling you I wanted this, See? This is why you need to be okay on your own. If you're fine on your own, when they leave, you don't have to feel this way. Remember that.
Well... I've got the screwdriver.
Good. That's good.
Na és ugye most megnyitottuk ezt a shortcutot. Szeretem, amikor egy játéknak tényleg ennyire van mondani valója. Ez rohadt jó. Várjatok.
we meet again. But this time, I'm ready for you.
Na most megtudjuk, mi volt a maminál.
Hey, good work.
Thanks, Mom.
Ó, egy biblia. Ó, hát. Oké. Ott egy levél. Itt egy képeslap. Drágám, most várj, úgy hangzik, mintha valaki hirtelen megfázott volna. Volt egy tervünk. Leo meghalt, és elindulok a határ felé, és amikor a por leülepszik, te követsz engem. Ez nem működik, ha csak az egyikünk csinál nyomokat. Mindenem megvan, amit csak remélhetsz. Egy saját hely, egy csendes kisváros, ahol senki sem ismeri a nevünket, és egy rakás pénz, amiből ki tudja, meddig bírjuk. A gyerekek is imádni fogják. Melyik gyerek ne akarna egy hajón élni? Verd ki ezeket az ostoba ötleteket a fejedből, térj vissza a helyes útra, és hamarosan együtt leszünk. Hú, honnan volt pénzük? Ez a kacsa. Ezekkel úgyse tudunk interaktálni szerintem.
Ah, my mom loved this desk. I remember when she brought it home from the flea market.
Jeez, how many desks did Grandma have?
Kind of a lot, I guess. I mean, she was a writer. She liked to move around.
Well, let's see what she was hiding in here. Ugh, it's locked.
Jaj, nem már.
This gives me an idea. The little key
Ó,
from
tényleg.
Grandma's diary?
Right.
De jó. Helen, nem hagyhatsz csak úgy itt. Mindezt értettettem, mindent értettettem, és azok az én gyerekeim is, tudod? Jogom van hozzá. Pierre Lutrek.
What's that?
I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean? When he says those are his kids?
A mindenit. Micsoda
Is
Dallas.
Grandpa Leo not your real dad? Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you in August and Grandma Helen?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. Box 9. Hop 2 Lake, Carndale, Ontario. Do you want to go check it out?
What? No.
No, but
Tess, we already drove however many hours up here and dug around getting dirty and all this stuff. I'm not driving us to Canada based on some return address from over 30 years ago. We have the rest of the house to pack up, and I still need to call the electric company to schedule our end of the service, which I probably should have done sooner, and...
Mom, stop. This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. Was my grandfather really my grandfather? Who was this guy? Who are we? These are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one. I just happen to agree with you. I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it, and who my real father is. And if we go check out this address, we might find nothing, but we might find something. So if one more day of driving is all it takes to find out one way or the other,
Then why not, right?
right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just happen to be right.
Exactly. Glad you came around to see things my way in the end. Okay, should we get going? It's getting dark.
Yeah. Let's find somewhere to stay for the night. We'll look up directions. Get back on the road in the morning.
Hotel night. We're getting room service. Thank you, Mom. Best weekend ever.
But we didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited about.
Yeah. Maybe it's on the other side of the border.
Maybe. Come on, let's get out of here.
Ez a halál után lehet. Hát szerintem akkor itt ennyi volt a nyom ebben a házban. A történet szerintem ugye itt innen megyünk tovább. Mindent megnéztünk, hát kutattunk. Tényleg szerintem úgyhogy...
All right. Time to order that room service.
This is not the kind of place that has room service. I'm sorry.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is a motel.
Just like the summer place was a mobile home and not a trailer.
Right, but the other way around. But there's a restaurant and lounge right next door, though. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner, okay? And I'm going to have a cocktail while I wait. It's been a long day. I'll be back with something to eat soon.
Well, all right. That's almost like room service.
What do you want to eat?
Oh, burger?
Burger it is. Do your homework.
Aha, de a mobilt hallottuk valahol.
Hey, it's burger time. How's that homework coming along?
Fine. How was the restaurant?
Overpriced. But I guess that's the price you pay for convenience. Here's your burger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. I'm gonna call August.
Tell her I said hi.
August? Guess where I am? At a motel in Powhatan. Tess and I took a little road trip. She says hi. We paid a visit to the old summer house. You remember the summer house? Mobile home. Yes, still there. Anyway, we came away with some questions about Mom and Dad.
Ó,
Ooh, a visitor's guide. Oh.
jó, mindjárt hallgatózunk, csak... Nem lehet?
Notify the blah blah blah. Be aware. Be sure. Got it.
Do you think, could Dad have... Yeah, she's here. Hold on. She wants to talk to you. I'm going out for a smoke. Back in a few.
Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Aunt August.
This is all... It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one word for it.
How do you feel about it?
I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bigger deal for you and Mom. I just think, I don't know, it's just kind of, it's like seeing a whole new side of Grandma, now that she's gone.
Yeah. I was still pretty young when our dad died, so I think it's a lot harder on your mom than on me. I never really knew him.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've spent enough on therapy to almost be over it. Did you guys find anything out there? I haven't been since we were kids.
We found your old friend, Nightshade.
Oh, Nightshade. I'd forgotten about him.
Kind of a spooky name.
Yeah, I was a spooky kid. You know, our dad dying really did shake me up. Nightshade was to try and fill that void, I guess.
That must have been hard.
Yeah. What about the house? What was it like?
It was pretty beat up.
Yeah. I'm surprised it was still standing.
I guess part of me hoped we could just move out there.
Move out there? Oh my gosh. You're breaking my heart. You'd rather live in the middle of nowhere than in Chicago?
What?
With me, in the townhouse. Didn't your mom say?
No. What about
Oh.
Mom? Can she stay with you?
Of course, both of you. But she doesn't want to.
What do you mean?
She...
Na, meg lesz a téma a kocsiban.
Isn't my place.
Why didn't...
Oh, hold on. Work is calling. I gotta go. Love you, Teresa.
Love you too, Aunt August.
And Jocelyn is looking at him, and it's so obvious that she forgot her line, and of course she did, because she only got off book a few days before, and he's just staring at her.
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense, and it's dead quiet. It's opening night! And so then, she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm listening.
If you want to just drive quietly for a while, that's fine. I can do that.
Wait, where's my cell phone? Did I leave it in my backpack? Oh no.
What?
My cell phone. I left my cell phone at the hotel.
Are you sure?
Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove box. It's not in my backpack. I don't have the charger either. I must have left it on the charger at the hotel. We have to go back and get it.
Tess, we have been driving for over an hour already. We're not driving all the way back to the motel just so you can have your phone for one day.
You don't understand. It might be gone if we don't go back for it.
I'm sure it'll be in the motel Lost and Found. We can pick it up on the way home.
Mom, we have to turn around. We haven't been driving for an hour.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour and 18 minutes ago.
Well, we can drive faster on the way back.
I am not breaking the speed limit and getting pulled over and getting a ticket because you can't wait till tonight.
Jó, a
You know,
muternak igaza van.
I wouldn't have left my phone there if it wasn't for you. You were lying to me, and I was so distracted. And now you won't even go back. And
Hold on. I was lying to you? When was I lying to you?
you didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just lie to me and say August was unwilling to help us?
I didn't lie. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I asked, she said no.
But she offered to let us stay with her.
And I said no. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in the car. I'll figure something out.
Aren't you concerned? We have no plan. You have no plan.
I have a plan. Money might be tight, but it's not like I don't have a job.
Why don't you like August?
Excuse me? Where did you get that idea?
You always act like she's a pain when she's just trying to help. It's like you're jealous of her.
First of all, I am not jealous of her. It's a lot easier to make money when you live by yourself, especially if you're so far away. Your own family is an afterthought. I had to do all the work for Grandma. August just stayed in Chicago.
You're making her sound so selfish. She's not like that.
You've never lived with her, Tess. It's not gonna be like your little vacation. August thinks she knows what's best for everyone. I can't be around someone like that every day.
Wow, I can't imagine what that feels like. Do you think you're the only person with problems and the rest of us are just running around doing whatever? You're exhausting. No wonder Dad left.
Don't bring your dad into this.
Why not? Why can't we talk about Dad? Actually talk about Dad for once? The divorce,
I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Fine. You don't want to have this discussion? I'll just find out when I go to Nevada.
What?
When I see Dad when I go next month.
You're not going to Nevada next month.
Yes, I am. I already have the tickets.
What do you mean? With what money?
From my business, I'm going.
From your business. I can't believe you. That you would go behind my back?
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to ask Dad to tell me the truth.
The truth? Please. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? You want to know what's the truth? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him. Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler and expected me to say, "Oh, sure, honey. Feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to try out your next get-rich-quick scheme." What? What kind of person would think a marriage could work with that kind of distance? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun parent, and I have to be the mean mom and do all the work. So I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why you're hearing about it now. So sure, go to Nevada, ask him all about it. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth. It's a dead end.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed.
Hát jól benőtte már a gaz itt a dolgokat. Oké, Larry Shack. Hát olyannyira, hogy itt már víz sincs. Jó, ez mi?
Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Ez a horgás csali volt a anyukának, vagy a nagyinak a dobozában is. Jó, ez a horgás csali, ez határozottan volt. Jó, itt várjatok, ezt át lehet kutatni? Nem. Jó, itt nem lehet lemenni. Sehogy.
How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
Csak nem annyira bonyolult. Hát nem vetette meg az öreg az alkoholt. Nem kell valami deszka, vagy palló, vagy valami. Nem. Hát itt a házban úgy látom, hogy nincs semmi, amit tudunk használni. Ez az. Hát ez jó, ez nem volt messze.
We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But we...
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
No! I'm going first. It's my filial duty.
You really think it's dangerous?
If I thought it was dangerous, I wouldn't walk across at all.
Great, then we'll flip a coin. I call heads.
Oh my god. I lost?
In a manner of speaking.
After you.
All right. Here I go.
Careful.
Not very climactic.
Not quite as scary as I thought.
Yeah, this thing is pretty sturdy. Especially for just sitting out here for a few decades. Let's hope we can say the same for the rest of the boat.
Dodge this.
Na, kezdjük a vizsgálatot. Jó, hát akkor ezzel a szobával fogunk indulni. Mi ez az ajándék? Ezt nem tudom kinyitni. De itt mondjuk meg volt csinálva. Ezt tudja, hogy az, mert itt van a két kislánynak a helye szerintem.
Oh, it's for 4 players. Sorry, Pierre.
Aha. Egy fürdőszoba. Itt egy.
Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue.
Aha. Újabb rablók támadtak Portonban. A nagyi meg az a csávó loptak mindent. De durva. Tudjátok, találtunk ott egy ilyen levelet. És akkor ugye ők azt mondták, hogy tele vannak suskával. És lehet, hogy a nagymuter meg ők kiraboltak mindenkit. Mondom, szerette az italt. Az öreg.
Wow, that is a lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Jeez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
Attention, Oh, man, what? This doesn't work. Should have seen that coming.
Na jó, de a víz, vagy hogy lehet ilyen? Na mindegy, szóval most értitek. Ja, jó, az volt a rablós. Ja, hogy erre fel se lehet menni. Valahogy itt be kéne jutni. Mondjuk menjünk be az ajtón. Itt egy levél. Meglepett, hogy ilyen hamar újabb levelet kaptam öntől. Egy lakhajó, romantikus gondot közvetlenül a vízen élni, de nem gondolja, hogy egy kicsit túl lenne mindkettőnknek és két gyermeküknek köztünk egy tinédzsernek?
A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where you and Dad were still together? I mean, I just wish you two were able to work things out.
Well, it's not possible. There's no way to that reality from here.
Wow. This is from when Grandma was really young.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really? I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
What? Oh, you mean because he might not have been my father? I suppose I can see the resemblance now that I think about it.
You have her smile. Wow, cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
You don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like... Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The winter campus fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow! All right, pretty sturdy.
Hát biztos mindjárt találunk...
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock? Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely found our man.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine spending $6 on a steak lunch.
Or $7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. But this is a lot, even for 1968.
Aha, szóval nagyon piás volt az öreg.
$3,000 for a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
These are like $1968, right? I mean, $3,000 then is probably like $1 million.
Jesus, Tess, how do you think inflation works?
I think for any dollar amount before 1970, you just multiply whatever the price was by 1 million.
I see. I'm sure the Federal
Hello,
Reserve
szia!
love you.
So how much
Egy
then?
tengerésztől. Igen, én is ezt néztem, hogy most...
$10,000?
Well, that was my second guess.
Hello, Amy, tök jó, hogy
So, what
benéztél.
else could
Hogy
you have bought
mint?
for that much back then? A car? A nice car?
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, so this crappy boat for the same amount you could buy, like, a sports car with? Seems like a lot.
But you can live on a houseboat.
You could live in a sports car if you don't have a very high standard of living.
Yeah. Much higher standard of living on this.
De mondjuk akkor nem whisky lenne, hanem rum, nem? Bazd meg itt a kulcs. Na, Franco. Már bocsánat. Ez az Megkaptam a legutolsó levelét. Ez az utolsó válaszom. Azt mondja, hogy mindezt értem tetted, de nem tetted. Mindent, amit tettél, magadért tetted. Te voltál az, aki elégedetlen volt az otthonunkkal, a jövedelmünkkel, és mindig többet akartál. Te voltál az, aki úgy döntött, hogy több pénzhez jutsz meggondolatlan illegális eszközökkel. Te voltál az, aki úgy döntöttél, hogy Kanadába menekülsz, hogy mesd a saját bőröd, anélkül, hogy szóltál volna nekem, hogy már túl késő nem lett volna bármit is tenni. Többé már nem követlek. Azt mondod, hogy ezek a te gyerekeid is. Persze, hogy azok. De az én gyerekeim is. Itt vagyok velük minden nap, vigasztalom a bánatukat, próbálom megvigasztalni őket az apjuk elvesztése miatt. A lehető legjobban próbálom fenntartani a látszatot, de kezdek hozzászokni. Hozzászoktam, hogy egyedül csinálom, hozzászoktam, hogy magamért beszélek, hogy élem ezt az új életet. Kezdek újra talpra állni, kezdem jól érezni magam. Azt mondod, bármit megteszel, hogy boldoggá tegyél, hogy megadsz nekem mindent, amit meg is érdemeltem. Nem tudom, hogy mondhatnám ezt másképp, de szerintem már megtetted. Most már csak azt akarom, hogy egyedül maradjak, hogy szabadon élhessem ezt az új életet a saját eszközeimmel. Ne lépj kapcsolatba velem a gyerekekkel többé, ennek vége mindnyájunk számára. Azt hiszem, egyszer boldogok voltunk. Remélem újra megtalálod a boldogságot. Helen. Fú.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Oh, I was hoping that would turn up.
I swear, you could be so nosy sometimes.
Aha. Hát... erre mondjuk nem számítottam. Ez kemény.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Vissza a feladóhoz. Nem követelt, nincs ilyen cím. Címzet által visszautasítva. Aha. Na nézzük. Akinek szólhat, ezennel beismerem bűnösségemet, hogy betörés sorozatban, melynek következtében közel $500 000 loptak el, több mint 10 évig dolgoztam Ginn megye vagyonfelügyelőjeként. 1966-ban egy pókerpartin megkeresett egy férfi, aki tervrajzokat és tudomásomat készpénzért cserélte volna el. Jó. Ő és néhány társa olyan áruházakat és más üzleteket célzott meg, amelyekben nagy mennyiségű készpénzt szállítottak egyik napról a másikra. Ez a kapcsolat kialakult, és én egyre jobban belekeveredtem. A rablásokból származó bevételt 10%-át kaptam cserébe azért az információkért, hogy mikor kerülhetik el az üzletek biztonsági őrei által történő felderítést. Ahogy telt az idő, az általunk kiválasztott üzletek egyre kockázatosabbá váltak, nem volt módon visszalépni a megállapodástól, mivel nem csak az én, hanem a családom biztonságát is veszélyeztették. Mivel nem láttam más lehetőséget, meghamisítottam egy halotti bizonyítványt a megyei hivatalból ellopott papírokkal. Ott hagytam a feleségemet és a lányaimat, hogy álnéven átlépjék a határt, és utasítást adtam nekik, hogy kövessenek. Soha nem tették meg, és én megbántam, hogy megkértem őket erre. Azt a keveset, amit a lopott hasznomból megmaradt, megsemmisítettem. A feleségem Helen semmit nem tudott a bűneimről, amíg nem volt túl késő. Csak azért ment bele a halálom történetébe, mert nem volt más választása. Ő ártatlan. Egyedül én döntöttem úgy, hogy belekeveredek ebbe a bűnténysorozatba. Csak azt kérem, hagyják békén a feleségemet és a lányaimat. Ez a vallomásom, Leonard Lamboros. A mindenit!
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died.
Ez tök jó sztori volt.
He was just here, on this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
Wish it didn't turn out this way?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
Ez egy nagyon jó történet,
To
srácok.
find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop, stop. You'll make me cry.
Just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Ez egy nagyon jó történet, egy tök megható történet. Én tökre szeretem az ilyen játékokat, aminek azért érzelmileg egy kicsit éretnek kell lenni. Ez nagyon jó sztori volt. Srácok, ja. Ja? Na.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was gonna fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was gonna be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
That's kind of cool.
It's certainly, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's following his dreams. He might not make it, but he is going for it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I never really thought about it in that kind of light.
I mean, I wish he could have been here, but he had a dream, and he had to follow it. I get it.
Right. My little web entrepreneur.
It's like Matt Damon in Rounders.
It's not really like Rounders. I mean, he wins a lot in Rounders. And he's a lot more handsome.
He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh,
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, like, explained everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
no, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford, like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go. To see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then. Even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah, I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm just glad... I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
Hát srácok, ez egy nagyon rövid játék volt ez az Open Roads. Én úgy gondolom, hogy ez a játék tényleg nem való mindenkinek. Azért érzelmileg egy kicsit meg kell élni dolgokat, hogy ezek úgy tényleg mélyen átjöjjenek. De nekem ez a játék nagyon tetszett, és remélem, ha végignézted, te is egy élménnyel lettél gazdagabb. Nagyon jó témákat feszegetett a játék. Köszönöm, hogy időt szántál a videómra. Ha tetszett, kérlek iratkozz fel a csatornámra, hagyj itt egy kommentet, hogy melyik storytelling vagy séta szimulátor játékkal játszunk itt Twitchen legközelebb. De nagyon tetszett ez a játék, még mindig egy kicsit a hatása alatt vagyok, és remélem neked is tetszett. Sziasztok!